Level 1, the winner. You're standing in a gas station. It's a Tuesday night. You're buying a bag of chips and a drink because you just got off a 10-hour shift and you don't feel like cooking. You can't afford to eat out. You haven't been able to afford to eat out in months. Your rent went up again in January. Your car needs new brakes, but new brakes cost $400. So you just press harder and hope. You have $263 in your checking account. It's the 19th of the month. You do the math every time you buy something. The chips are $4.29. The drink is $2.19. You can afford that. Barely. The lottery is at $400. You don't usually play. You tell yourself it's a tax on people who are bad at math. But tonight, you feel something. Not hope. Something more desperate than hope. The feeling you get when you're drowning and someone throws a rope that's clearly too short, but you reach for it anyway. You hand the cashier $2 be spending and say, "Give me a quick pick." She prints the ticket without looking at you. Nobody in this gas station looks at you. You are invisible in the way that broke people are invisible. You fold the ticket into your wallet between a gas receipt and an old gift card that probably has nothing on it. You forget about it. You go home to an apartment with a leak in the ceiling that your landlord won't fix. You eat your chips on the couch while watching a show you've already seen twice because you cancelled every streaming service except one. You fall asleep with the TV on. The ticket sits in your wallet on the kitchen counter all night. It doesn't know what it is yet. Neither do you. 2 days later, you're sitting on your couch, scrolling your phone, and you see the numbers. You look at your ticket, you look at the phone, you look at the ticket again. Your hands are shaking, your vision narrows to a small tunnel, and at the end of that tunnel are 6 numbers that match, all 6. You don't scream, you don't jump. You sit very still for a long time. Your brain is doing something it has never done before. It is trying to process a number so large that it has no framework for it. $412 before taxes. You say the number out loud and it sounds fake. It sounds like something from a movie. You are holding a piece of paper worth more than you would have earned in 10,000 years at your current job. You don't sleep that night. You lie in bed staring at the ceiling, running calculations you're not qualified to run. You hide the ticket in a book on your shelf. Then you move it to a Ziploc bag in your freezer. Then you take it out and put it in your glove box. Then you bring it back inside. You are terrified of losing a piece of paper. You have never been terrified of losing a piece of paper before. The next morning, you call in sick to work. You Google what to do when you win the lottery. The first result says, get a lawyer before you do anything else. The second result says, don't tell anyone. The third result is a list of lottery winners who went broke, got murdered, or killed themselves. You close the browser. You sit in your kitchen. You are a millionaire who is afraid to leave the house. Level 2, the claimant. You need a lawyer. Not your cousin who does real estate closings, not the guy from the billboard on the highway. You need a specific kind of attorney, one who handles high net worth estates, trusts, and asset protection. You find one in the city. His office is on the 22nd floor of a building you've never been inside. He charges $600 an hour. 2 weeks ago, that number would have made you dizzy. Now it's meaningless. You sign a retainer and he starts talking about things you've never heard of. Revocable trusts, irrevocable trusts, LLC structures, blind trusts, charitable remainder trusts, family limited partnerships. He draws diagrams on a whiteboard and you nod like you understand. You understand about 30% of it. The part you understand is this. If you walk into the lottery office as yourself, your life is over. Your name becomes public record in most states. Reporters will show up at your house. Strangers will show up at your house. People you haven't spoken to in 15 years will show up at your house. Your attorney sets up a trust. The trust claims the prize. Your name stays out of the headlines, at least for now. You go to the Lottery Commission office with your attorney. The building is underwhelming. Drop ceiling tiles and government carpet. A woman behind a desk scans your ticket and her expression doesn't change. She's seen this before. You fill out paperwork for 2 hours. You choose the lump sum. Everyone chooses the lump sum. $412 becomes $206 million after the lump sum discount. Then, federal taxes take 37%. State taxes take another 6% to 8%, depending on where you live. Your $412 is now roughly $118. Your attorney told you this would happen. It still feels like being robbed. You are angry about losing $294 million that you had for approximately 72 hours. You have become the kind of person who is upset about only having $118. That transformation took less than a week. Level 3, the target. The money hits your account. You see the number on a screen and it doesn't look real. It looks like a typo. It looks like someone accidentally added too many zeros, but it's there, and now everyone knows. You told 3 people, your mother, your brother, and your best friend. You told them not to tell anyone. Your mother told her sister told her church group, your brother told his wife. His wife posted something vague on social media about blessings and abundance that might as well have been a press release. Your best friend told no one. You will remember that. Your phone starts ringing. Numbers you don't recognize. People you haven't heard from since high school. A cousin you met once at a funeral. Your ex from 7 years ago. A co-worker's husband who has a great business opportunity he'd love to discuss. They all want something. None of them say that directly. They say, congratulations. They say, I'm so happy for you. They say, you deserve this. Then they pause and wait for you to offer. Some of them don't wait. Some of them just ask. Can you pay off my student loans? Can you help with my mom's medical bills? Can you invest in my restaurant? Can you buy me a car? The requests are endless. Some of them are heartbreaking. Some of them are shameless. All of them come with the unspoken assumption that you now owe the world something because the world gave you something. You start screening your calls. You change your number. You stop going to the places you used to go because every interaction now has an undercurrent of money. You go to your usual bar on a Friday night and the bartender who used to joke with you treats you differently. He's nicer. Too nice, careful, like you're a customer now instead of a regular. The guys at the pool table look at you and you can see the math happening behind their eyes. You leave early and you don't go back. The mail gets worse. Handwritten letters from strangers telling you their stories. A woman in another state says her son needs a kidney transplant and insurance won't cover it. A man writes 4 pages about how he lost his house in a fire and just needs $30,000 to start over. A church you've never attended sends a brochure about their building fund with a handwritten note that says, God put you in a position to help. You read every letter because you can't stop yourself. Each one is a small wound. You throw them away and feel guilty. You keep them and feel overwhelmed. There is no correct response. You are the same person you were a month ago, and nobody believes that, including you. Level 4, the spender. You buy a house. Not the house you need. The house you dreamed about when you were broke and scrolling real estate listings at 2 a.m. for fun. 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a pool, a 3-car garage, a kitchen bigger than your old apartment. You walk through it on the first night and your footsteps echo. It's too quiet. It's too big. You will never use the formal dining room. You will never use the guest wing. You bought a monument to a fantasy you had when you couldn't afford it. Now that you can, it just feels empty. You buy cars, a Mercedes for yourself, a truck because you've always wanted one, an SUV for your mother. You buy clothes from stores where a single jacket costs more than your old monthly rent. You buy watches, electronics, furniture, art you don't understand but someone told you was a good investment. You fly first class for the first time. The seat reclines into a bed. The flight attendant calls you by name. You eat steak at 35,000 feet and drink champagne that costs more per bottle than your old car payment. You land, and a black car is waiting for you. You stay in hotels that charge $800 a night for the regular room and $3,000 for the suite. You get the suite. You eat at restaurants where the menu doesn't list prices because the kind of people who eat there don't ask. The spending feels earned. You spent 15 years working jobs that broke your body and bored your mind. You earned the right to live like this. That's what you tell yourself. The problem is that earned spending and compulsive spending feel exactly the same. The dopamine hit from buying a $200,000 car lasts about 3 days, then it's just a car. Then you want the next thing. Each purchase gives you less than the one before but costs the same or more. You are chasing a feeling that the money promised but can't deliver. You are spending money at a rate that feels sustainable because the number in your account is so large that your brain can't process it shrinking. A $200,000 car feels like nothing against $118 million. A $50,000 weekend feels like pocket change, but the math is working against you in ways you don't see yet. Financial advisors will later explain a concept called lifestyle inflation. It means your spending expands to match your wealth and then exceeds it. You're not there yet, but the trajectory is set.